Look at, I wish I could zoom in closer, but look how close the track comes to this entrance here. Like, I'll just illustrate. If I were to raise this one more, it increases the size of that opening, and it looks more safe. Um, but otherwise, it's this just little teeny tiny little opening that I swear would cut everyone's heads off going. So, um, but yeah, it honestly doesn't really matter. Actually, just for fun, I'll raise all the ground around there up a little bit. And then I'll add, oh, oops, I want to do like that. Yeah, that's kind of cool looking. And that way the entrance isn't like this weird metal cone thing or whatever. Actually, while I'm at it, I'll do it on this side too. It won't let me touch that area of action. I guess we'll just do that then, I guess. Anyway, okay. Gosh, that is so awesome. And then you come out, and there's like all these trees, and then you go the whole ride backwards. You do a backwards loop-de-loop back into the station platform. And that, my friends, is why there's like 60 people queued for this sucker, and I have 400 guests now. That thing's gonna make me just boatloads of money. And you know what I'm gonna do? Because I raised this 3x3 thing right here, you know what that makes me think of? That makes me think of observation tower right there. I'll do like that so that they can get up in the tower and they can see people riding this thing, and that'll make even more money. Cool, huh? I swear I did not rehearse this. I am actually this cool. And this is like my original ideas, and that's why I should be in the business of designing roller coaster theme parks. I'm pretty sure. Actually, what I just did there was pretty bad. I'm gonna do just that long of a path, and then the rest will just be regular pathing, because that would be kind of goofy to actually do that. So there we go. Open this up, make it like 20 cents. Seems pretty fair since it's a short ride and not really that exciting. Same old 30-minute or 30-second max with a 10-minute inspection. I don't really care about anything else. And mechanic number 2, I think it is. He is gonna now cover that, and he's gonna cover this guy as well. I'm just covering like all the paths just so I make sure that he hits it. And that way he'll fix all those rides. So he's fixing this roller coaster, this observation tower, and this roller coaster. And it's now March year 2 and it's raining, so no one's gonna ride my roller coasters, and that kinda sucks. But I'm just gonna wait for more rides. And what I'm thinking is I'll probably come back and build like a go-karts, and I'll come back and maybe there'll be some more maybe I'll do like a chairlift, or I'll do, let's see what else is there. Maybe by the end of this park I'll do like a monorail. Would be kind of cool too. Um I don't know, chairlift I kind of feel like is better if you have a lot of hills, but the only real hill is this one and this one. And after that there's like no well, I don't know. You know what? Maybe I would do a chairlift, because I guess there are a few hills in and around here. What you could do is, in between the chairlift, like the hills, you could have the station platforms up on these hills. Like have 4 corners of your park, one station here, one station here, one station, maybe even on the ground somewhere over here, and then one station up here on this hill, and then in between them, you would have it go downhill and then back uphill. Because that's, I mean, chairlift can go just flat, but I feel like if you go up and down a little bit, it's a little bit more exciting. So, but honestly, I don't think I'm gonna build out this far, even in 4 years. Maybe I will. We'll see. Actually, if I do expand from this area, I'll probably go out towards this lake so I can build some water rides. Maybe even put a slide in, or like a rafting log flume one or something. But anyway, that'll be for me to decide as I unlock more rides. Right now we got a swinging ship. We just got a swinging ship, and something unknown is on the way. So anyway, yeah, it's March. I'll check back in with you guys probably August or September when I have some more rides, and then we'll build some more stuff then. Alright, we are here in March of year 4, so I obviously have skipped very far ahead. I'm actually can't even remember where my last video left off with this park, but I'll try and go over everything. I think what I probably had was this on the hill here. I had this, general ride area filled in, and I think I had this one roller coaster, this blue one. But I recorded like one other section, and I had problems with the microphone, like you couldn't really hear me that well, so I'm just gonna go over all that again. This roller coaster right here is still doing pretty good. I'm gonna lower it down to $1 now that it's year 4. But basically it's a reverse incline, so they go all the way up to the top of this hill, and then you'll see what it does in just a second. And then after I built that, I put this observation tower so that people that go up the observation tower can see the people on this ride and all the other parts of the park. And it takes their picture there, and then they go underground here, which is really cool. And they come out into the forest, and then they do the whole ride backwards. And they do the thing and the loop-de-loop, everything backwards. Just, I think that's like a really cool ride. And that was one of my first rides that I did after this little blue roller coaster here. And then I built these synchronized coasters right here. You can see them in reverse. They do these synchronized double corkscrews and then another synchronized double corkscrew. And that's the reverse part of the ride. It's a powered launch, so they both shoot off and do the whole thing forwards, and then they do the whole thing backwards too. I think it's probably like a 30-second ride or something. How long is it? 29 seconds. Yeah, it's a pretty cool one. And the little roller coaster things, they literally come up to the top of this little incline, and you'll see them touch here. Like they actually touch. So I think that's just the coolest thing ever. See that? It literally looked like the thing would have taken the guy's head off, but it didn't. So anyway, I see a throw up pile. Is there a guy covering that? No. Well, you're gonna go just one extra so you actually get into line. I never really considered this, but people probably throw up while they're in line for rides. Maybe they're seeing this intense roller coaster and they're literally throwing up at the sight of it. Something like that. Anyway, I'm actually seeing, this is a little bit concerning. There's like 3 throw up piles. You, sir, he doesn't cover that. This guy does, so here, hold on. I just want to make sure that it gets taken care of. Here, you come over here. You clean that up. You clean that up. And you clean that up. Oh, and there's still one more over there. They were like, this guy he's either overstretched or he was just really slacking on the job, because there's just a ton of throw piles. Anyway, okay, so that's cool. After this blue roller coaster, you come out this way. Actually, you can go to this section of the park or this section of the park, and I have a monorail that connects all 3 sections, but I kind of called this front area with the general rides and the 2 roller coasters the front. And then there's back right and back left. Back right has this swinging ship, and it has one of the synchronized coasters. It has this white one. And then it also has a monorail that connects it. A food court, and a swan paddle boats that goes over here by the Roman classic theming thing, whatever. And I chose paddle boats over the other boats because you can fit 4 passengers per boat, and I just feel like that's way cool. And I wanted people to ride it, so I made it free. And I don't even think people are riding it at free, so maybe I should pay people to ride it. But anyway, maybe you know what I'll do? Instead of waiting for a full load, I'll just let it go at any load, and that way people won't have to wait as long. But yeah, there's a food court, and then there's this underground go-karts that I built. And I kind of had the idea that the go-karts would be more exciting if it went underground, but it actually is not the case. So, yeah, I just kind of wish that this one got a higher excitement rating, but it got really lousy ratings. Yeah, all the way down there, low. If you want to make good go-karts, what you do is you have them go uphill, downhill, lots of turns, overlapping tracks, stuff like that. This is just like one little circuit for like racing. So it's, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was cool, but it's not apparently. So, and then I'll show you the monorail path, and then I'll show you the other section of the park. So the monorail takes off from this bottom right corner, and it goes through the trees and then underground, and you can hardly see it, but it goes up and around, and then it comes out over here. I'll take off the underground view. Here they come up here, and then they turn around, and they come over this way. And part of the reason why I chose monorail is because they actually go fast. Like, that sucker was probably going like 15 miles an hour, whereas the train and the chairlifts, they're maxed at like 10 miles an hour or something like that. They do not go very fast. So monorail is quick, and it's a really good transportation system for your park. And I'll show you where it goes. It goes around the corner, and then it comes downhill, and it stops off right over here. And this one drops them off. There's another food court in this corner of the park, and then I threw a Woa Belly down, which seems to be totally popular. I can see all these people in line, some with balloons. It's pretty cool. They probably got them from this souvenir shop, which sells balloons and a cuddly toy. And apparently I have sold 167 toys and 43 umbrellas. Part of the reason I'm probably not selling umbrellas is because I have 2 other information kiosks, so that people are coming by here and they do not need umbrellas because they've already bought one at this information kiosk or this one at the entrance here. And the part of the reason I put 3 information kiosks down is if people get over in this area of the park and they have no idea how to get back, they can see, oh, I can ride the monorail to get back, or I can walk this path to get back. So yeah, basically once your park gets to the point where you have a transportation system, I feel like you should have information kiosks all over, because I never want to have my guests saying lost and can't find the park exit. One more ride to show you guys before I cut out and go to the end of the 4th year. This River Rapids. Um, it hits a couple rapids, then goes uphill, and then you have it go downhill so that it goes through these waterfalls and this little whirlpool kind of fast, and then I have it go downhill a couple more times and hit some rapids, and then I'll show you the underground view. It goes downhill over some rapids, around a corner, some more rapids, downhill some more. It hits a whirlpool, rapids, and then another waterfall, and then one more rapids, and then it goes back to the station platform. So basically what I was doing is I had the option at this point of either going above ground and going back to the station platform and being boring, or going underground, which I thought was a pretty good idea, and it actually ended up being, I think actually ended up being a pretty decent rating. It's low, but it's not as bad as it could have been probably. So overlapping tracks, overlapping tracks, going underground and adding lots of rapids and whirlpools and these things, I think is what helps. Same with the go-karts, overlapping tracks. It's always cool. And yeah, that is my park up to this point. I don't know how much more I'm gonna add because I've already met the 1,200 guests, which you needed 1,000, and my park rating is doing pretty good, I'd say.